Let's go ahead and get it to talk about this. This is a late night drive. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. I'm a state certified instructor. I'm pulled over the side of the road. I'm on the expressway, got a long way home. So I have my emergency flashers on because I'm waiting for traffic to clear, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull off. So cars just passed me. Listen to this sound. Those are the rumble strips. If you hear those, this means you're about to crash. So on a late night drive, you want to be, really aware of your speed. A lot of people just crash if they're not paying attention and if you don't have a lot of experience on the road. So I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks to help you. So if you're going to be in the right lane, you're going to have to deal with cars and trucks merging on all the time and cutting you off, which is not healthy. The middle lane is the smooth lane, so I'm going to get over one lane to the left. There's a Jeep coming really fast. I'm at about 70 miles an hour. They're going to be going about 100. So they're flying by me right now. So you can see them flying by me. The left lane is for faster moving traffic. The middle lane is the smooth lane. I want to be in the middle lane, the smooth lane. You're going to have groups of cars passing you every 3 to 5 minutes. Sometimes when you're on a lonely road, cars don't pass you off for half an hour. So I'm in the middle lane right now, traveling about 70. This car's doing about 85, 90. I'm just taking my time. You don't want to chase cars down because you're going to end up going really fast. You want to drive at your own pace. That's the next step I can give you. Man, that car is so loud. When you drive at your own pace, you're safe and consistent. And the biggest, you can still hear that thing. And the biggest thing is when you get tired, you need to go ahead and just rest. Those long trips across the country, they take a toll on you, right? And you want to be safe out here, and that's facts, right? I'm going to show you I'm going to flip. So I'm driving, and you kind of see me in here in the vehicle, being aware of what's going on, right? You got to look. You got to be safe out here. Speed limits change. You're velocitized. And that's a term where you're used to traveling at a long speed for a long time, and then the speed limit drops. Like we're going to be dropping to another speed zone right now. It goes from 70 to 55 to 45. You're going to see where all these people are popping on brake lights. Usually the sheriff is out, so we're not trying to get a ticket. I'm scanning, looking ahead around the curve. Checking my mirror. There's a car in my blind spot to my right. It's a good thing I looked over my shoulder. They're just kind of hanging there. And that's what I'm telling you about. You got to be safe and look ahead. I'm scanning through the intersection. If I didn't check my blind spot, I would have made a lane change to the right, and I would have cut off that car. So that's a teachable moment. I'm going to go ahead and slow down. I know you think I'm lying, and you're going to see this car pass me on the right. See that car? They were hanging around in my blind spot. So if I didn't check my blind spot and I would have come over, I would have hit that car. That's another teachable moment. Check your blind spots. Let's talk about what's going on in this area. Usually the police sit on the side where that big blue sign is. They have a black or gray car, so they blend in. So I'm just cruising right at the speed limit, scanning. It's about 1 in the morning here. I'm just taking my time, looking around. It's kind of deserted out here on the road. It's nice to drive at night. You don't have a lot of traffic, but also you fall asleep. And that can be really, really dangerous. And I've been on those late night drives to Chicago, to Kansas, to Kentucky, and the road never ends. So I'm scanning this intersection. See, they should have got all the way over to the left, but they were just hanging around my blind spot. A lot of drivers do odd things, and you wonder, why did they do that, right? It's a really beautiful night. You can see the sky out here, but also I'm looking ahead at this intersection. I'm looking for cars that might run the light. I'm checking the do not walk sign. It's not flashing, it's walk, so this means our light will stay green. And I'm dropping my speed because when you go into certain cities or states or state borders, the police usually sit there. So I'm in this truck's blind spot. I'm going to keep going. Don't stay in other people's blind spots. The no zones are left side, right side, front, and back. So I'm maintaining pretty good speed right now. I'm driving very nicely. I'm scanning, so I'm gonna stay in the middle lane. When you're in the middle lane, you can see traffic on the left, you can see traffic on the right. I'm trying to get my speed just right with my foot on the gas pedal so I can make most of these lights. I'm really looking ahead, 2 or 3 lights down. I'm actually looking down to where that red light is to scan the area. I just looked in my rearview mirror to make sure it's clear, but I'm looking left, looking right, because the most dangerous place to get hit is at intersections, okay? So I'm scanning, I'm looking, and tell me if you see that big round circle on the left. I know you think I'm playing, you should see it now. That's a distraction, right? So I got good speed control, I'm maintaining what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you another view. I'm trying to maintain about 45 miles an hour. I'm aware of cars coming out. You see that car pulling out? They should pull right in the nearest lane. Nope, they cut all the way over to the left, but at least they have a blinker on, right? So I'm gonna show you what your eyes should be doing, right? And looking around. I'm showing you an inside view. I'm scanning right now, looking, checking, and I'm looking left, I'm looking right. I check my rear view mirror. So I'm trying to be safe out here. It's really easy to fall asleep. So I do have the air conditioning on to keep me awake. There's a yellow light, so I'm gonna show you how I slow release that brake really easy and not slam it. If you slam that brake, you're gonna end up going through the intersection or possibly be rear-ended. So it's a nice smooth stop. These lights are on timers, 30 seconds, 35, 45 seconds. So I'm right behind the stop line. It almost sounds like this muffler's got a hole in it. Listen, I'm gonna rev up the motor. Hear that? So it sounds like the exhaust system does have a hole in it somewhere, so I'm gonna have to have that checked out because you could get carbon monoxide in the car, and then I won't be doing tutorials anymore. So that's definitely dangerous. So I'm looking around, checking traffic, being aware. That's a green, but green doesn't mean go. They're trying to race. Green means you look left and right. So you can hear the motor shifting gears. I think this thing has a 6-speed or 5-speed transmission, not sure. I'm scanning the intersection. You see the lights are on the timers. People do run lights. I'm gonna go ahead and get over one lane to the left. I'm gonna wait till I pass this intersection. Now I'm gonna get over one lane and I'm in the open area. But you notice this truck is speeding up. It's like almost they want to race me. I'm not trying to race. I still have another hour to travel, and you're cutting through these small towns where speed limits change rapidly. Then see, this light caught us all. So now we're all even here, right? And then I'm stopping behind the stop line. There's your crosswalk. So, oh, that's weird. You see the blinking yellow? At a certain time, they blink yellow. That is the teachable moment right there. And that's one thing I haven't seen. And one of the things you haven't seen, so I'm getting over one lane to the right. That was great. I wanted you to see that at a certain time of night, lights that are not a main light will start blinking yellow. Blinking yellow means you proceed with caution. So I'm scanning the intersection ahead, looking, and you can see all these lights are starting to blink yellow because at a certain time of morning, I know it's morning, they blink and then you proceed with caution. So I'm scanning the intersection. I'm at about 40 right now. The speed limit here is 55. So that car cut over to the left. I'm just taking my time. I'm scanning the intersection. Everyone is trying to drive at the speed to make these lights. So I'm looking ahead, being safe, scanning, looking around, and this light, what you see, it just changed. So now we're getting at a speed to try to make most of these lights. The most lights that I've made, I think it was 36, right? How many lights have you made having good speed control? So I'm maintaining good control. I'm gonna stay in the middle lane because we have construction on the right. You see the construction. We got the blinking yellow, which means proceed with caution. And I'm looking ahead. I want you to continue watching because I'm gonna give you some DMV test prep questions to help you. What is the speed limit in a construction zone? It is 45 miles an hour. You as a driver must know that because that's going to be on your DMV test, okay? What is a stale green light? No, the light's not stale, but the light has been green a long time and it could change suddenly. See, like this light, that was the still green light. It just changed. This is teachable right here, right? That light just changed out of nowhere. So you're getting real life right now. I can't make this up. So this is real. So I had good speed control. I did not want to run the light. I'm gonna show you the traffic behind me. So you got all these cars behind me, all the lights on. I'm gonna turn it back. And then I'm just gonna wait. I'm scanning the intersection because these lights are acting weird right now. And I'm just gonna be patient and take my time. And I always look around, see the light just turned green. I'm looking, checking traffic. This lane goes left, so either they're gonna have to cut me off, so they're speeding, kind of pep up on the gas. So either they're gonna go straight past the light and make the left-hand turn, or they're gonna cut over in the lane. You just don't know. A lot of people get cut off here. So this is the dangerous area, right? What do these pavement markings mean? What does this solid white line mean? In some states or provinces, you cannot cross that. Where I'm from, you can cross the line if you have to, right? Next, I strongly suggest you're listening. We have a yellow line to the left. What is that yellow line called? It is called the warning line. It warns you of the side of the road. On the right side of the road, because I'm in North America, we have an edge line. This is a temporary edge line because they're working on the road. And as you can tell, sorry about the bumps up and down, but this is a construction road. They have all the barrels. So we're just taking our time, scanning the area, looking left and right. I told you I still have another hour to drive. So I'm giving you information to make you solid. Okay, you got all these blinking yellows, and then you normally don't have this. I'm normally not out this time of night, but I wanted to give you some insight. Single lane open. What does this orange and black sign mean? It means right lane ends. We have another sign. We got a person holding a sign. Wow, you're getting it all. This sign tells us there is a flag person ahead that could be working on construction. They work at night. Be prepared to stop. So we're kind of reducing speed. See, I'm right on, right? I'm right on. That car behind me is flying. I'm right at 39. Oh, you see the police up there? Something's going on up there, right? So we can continue talking about this. It went down to one lane. Could be an accident or construction. You're about to see something. This is real life, and I'm so happy that you're learning about this. So now we're dropping down our speed. Okay, and then I see the police up there because someone was driving really fast. Okay, respect the speed limits, and now we are into construction. So you need to continue watching. So I'm reducing my speed. I'm not sure what's going on, so I'm just gonna take my time. Yeah, that's the police. So I'm not steering. That's the state police. We're not trying to mess with them. That's the state boys. So they're resurfacing the road. They're paving it right now. You see all this unusual equipment here. Teachable moment. I want you to hear this. So you're gonna hear this, and then working on the road. And then we got the other state police up here. So this is a prime example where you do not want to speed. You're going to get a ticket. It's going to be a high ticket. Okay? So next we have broken white lines. What do these lines mean? This means you can change lanes in a direction. See, we got the state police there. You see the whole crew? They're working. That's real life right now, right? You got the state boys there. They're offering protection. Truly real life content out here. So I'm trying to be safe, maintain speed, and not simply fall asleep and crash off the road. So in situations like this, you're gonna have to reduce your speed. Time is irrelevant because you're gonna lose time driving construction. You're gonna gain time driving at the speed limit. You'll gain a little bit more time driving faster, but it's not really that much time that you're gonna gain, okay? And we're gonna see more police up here and more construction. This is really confusing, right? So I'm looking at this right now and just taking my time. It's down to one lane, very confusing. You know, this is actually the shoulder of the road. So you learn in real life right now, and trying to be careful. They're laying that asphalt down there. Oh, they're actually spraying it. So that's awesome. And then this is a random stop sign here for one way. People crossing over. We're not trying to do that right now. So it's really easy to get confused. And I think they're working on the railroad up here, and they might redirect us in traffic. So we'll find out. So great situation. You got the lights over here. We have a red light up there. We got construction signs. And if you want a ticket, go ahead and speed through here. If you want to be alive, be safe. It says road closed ahead. What types of signs are these? These are construction signs. Okay, so I'm seeing all these barrels. You see in real life here right now. And I'm taking my time. And then now we have another construction arrow up here. And the road is closed up there. It says follow detour. So now we have two arrows. So this is the first turnaround. That road is closed. I don't know what that person's doing up there. So, and then we have a detour. There's a detour here and a detour up there. I'm gonna stay in the outside part of the lane, going all the way around. I'm scanning, even though I have a green light, I'm looking at traffic. And I'm gonna go all the way around. And this sucks because this is gonna put me back about a half an hour, but the road is closed. And you do have detours. I'm not making this up, so you're gonna learn a lot about those detours. So I'm coming up, I'm scanning left and right. I'm gonna show you this now.